Hey guys, this is going to be a short video. This was a newspaper article I ran across the other day. Pusser's mother to tell how funds were spent, and it's a story on Helen Pusser and about Buford's life insurance and all that. But if you'll read down in the yellow there, and it says test by the Tennessee Bureau of Criminal Identification showed Pusser had a blood alcohol level of 0.18 when he was killed, nearly twice the level needed for a driving while intoxicated conviction in the state. No autopsy was ever conducted. Guys, the TBI is involved here once again. The TBI is involved. Now, it doesn't matter. Again, Sheila and I don't care on Buford either way. Let the chips fall where they may. Let the evidence go wherever it goes. If Buford Pusser had a blood alcohol of 0.18, then where's it at? Where's it at? Did the TBI lose more files 7 years later on Buford Pusser? Did they lose a blood alcohol that was taken by someone? Because, see, it's all been rumors. Everything that we could find. There's on the accident report, there's no alcohol, no drugs, no evidence of either one. On the accident report, on the police report, no alcohol, nothing like that, no chemicals suspected. In the FBI report, do you think that in the FBI's 54-page report that they did, that had there been a blood alcohol of 0.18, the FBI wouldn't have uncovered it, they wouldn't have known about it, and that wouldn't be in the FBI report? There's nothing in the FBI report. Now, we realize this is just a newspaper article. Somebody could tell the newspaper anything they wanted to. And we have a feeling, or I do, it's my opinion, that this was Warren Jones. That once again, this was Warren Jones that come, because it says the TBI. The TBI. There had to be somebody from the TBI that told them that. And they're under the impression, because this person is a TBI agent, well, you know they're telling the truth. They'd have to be. You know, somewhat like Mr. Roush did in front of that podium when he said that you all can review all the evidence from the 1967 ambush scene. You can review all the evidence from the scene, even though he knew that all the evidence along with the file was missing. Are we to believe that maybe a TBI agent wouldn't tell the truth? I don't know. Has it ever happened before? Would it be something that Warren Jones would be capable of? Would he be capable of writing up reports and putting his own words in there as if Buford had said them? Guys, right there's a newspaper article where it says it, but there's never been a 0.18. Once again, just as Buford Pusser has been spoken into history as far as murdering his wife by one TBI agent and one prosecutor in 2025, here he was in 1974 by another TBI agent, and it was told to the newspaper that he had a blood alcohol of 0.18 when it never happened. There was never a blood alcohol run. There was never anything like that done, according to the accident report, according to the police report, and according to the FBI. Now, some of these people are still alive. The trooper's still alive, Paul Irvin. The FBI questioned all these people. Did they lie to the FBI back in 1974? Was there a blood alcohol and they covered it? Or did TBI agent Warren Jones do what David Roush did, Mike Elam did, Oakley Baldwin did? Did they speak it into history and let the newspaper write it into history? I don't know, guys. I wasn't there in 1974. I wasn't there when Buford got killed in a car accident. I know from the evidence, everything that Sheila and I could find anywhere, other than things like this where it's written in the history in a newspaper, as far as the FBI, as far as the credible evidence that you would look at, the police report, the accident report, the FBI's report, says nothing about it. It says no evidence. No evidence of drugs or alcohol. But yet, if you listen to Mr. Howell, he speaks it into history. If you read this newspaper, it's written in the history. Who was the TBI agent back then that didn't like Buford Pusser? Who was the TBI agent back then that wanted and kept the rumors going until Abernathy shut them down that Buford had killed his wife? Who was that? There was only one. There was only one. And that's the last one to ever see this Buford Pusser file. Remember, Jones, he gave the file to Jones, Jones gave the file to Sloan to update the file. And after he updated it in 1983, they was asking about it, and he said, no, I gave it back to Warren Jones after I updated the file. Warren Jones says he didn't have it. Why would the file come up missing? Why would that file come up missing, but yet other statements would appear later on? Other typewritten statements with no names, with no letterhead, with no witnesses, they would come up. They would show up. The file's gone. But all of a sudden, here's supposed witness statements from Buford Pusser, from Jim Moffitt. Is that suspicious to anybody else? And if you think that these gentlemen don't lie, if you think because they wear nice suits, they carry badges, they carry degrees, they carry titles, that they're beyond lying, just like Warren Jones. Warren Jones was let go from the FBI for some reason. We can't find out why. He was only there a year and a half, and he was let go. He left a federal agency. He left a government job. He was a G-man, a real G, back when G-men were G-men. And he left that voluntarily. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Why did the FBI let him go? What was the purpose? What did he do? We may never know. Thanks, guys. Catch you next time.